James Young. Hi, Coach.
Listen, this is crazy. I'm starting training with kids Tuesday, Thursday. I got to go run a workout at Red Bank Catholic for 7D1 players for college coaches. But I had to try and squeeze Ariel in there. And by the way, Ariel, I would love to come on Thursday. But Thursday is also Coach Young's 49th birthday. So
Wait,
we
you're
are
a Virgo like me? Did I know
I
this?
I am a 9/11 baby, 9/11, 1976. So I am pushing 50 next year. Oh Lord.
We are
Oh,
totally having Coach on Thursday for his birthday. We're going to have, and then you have to come on for mine next Tuesday. Is there WNBA next Tuesday?
Yeah, it should be in the playoffs. So absolutely.
Okay, so we'll talk WNBA on Thursday for your birthday, Tuesday for my birthday. We'll have cake. We should each have a cupcake or something.
Shit, I ain't having no fucking cupcake. I'm gonna have me a drink.
Okay, you could bring a drink on the show.
Okay,
It'll be
good.
5 o'clock.
Well, I did do that. I did do it on Sports Grid one time with Gabe Morency, and I almost got a lot of trouble.
You weren't at Sports Grid yet when Gabe Morency destroyed the studio when the Bills lost the playoff game. He was drinking. Oh yeah, he had a little bit to drink, and it was bad. Like the entire studio, he ripped it apart and broke things. It was no bueno. But anyway, okay, we have gone like 45 minutes of this show with no picks. So let's dive in. We need these picks for WNBA action tonight. Coach has props, and then we'll get to his sides. Props first.
Props first. First thing first. Kiki Iriafen over 13.5 points. 17-16 last time out versus the New York Liberty. 5 out of the last 10 games she's gone over this. And this is a kid that's looking to end her rookie year strong. Give me Kiki Iriafen over 13.5 points. I'm going to talk fast. Number 2, Aaliyah Boston.
Everyone take notes.
Over 4.5 assists. Folks, over the last 3 games, 2 out of 3 versus the Lynx. This is a sneaky, big game. Last game of the season for the Indiana Fever. They still have to win to make the playoffs. Lynx have nothing to play for. They're running the offense through Aaliyah Boston now without Caitlin Clark. And obviously all the other injuries. Give me Aaliyah Boston over 5.5 assists. And then lastly, Janelle Salam. Y'all know who this is? I do. Over 1.5 made threes for the Golden State Valkyries. Over 5 straight games, averaging 4.7 3-point attempts this season. They need to get additional scoring as a shooter. She also is going against the Seattle Storm team that's 9th in the WNBA and 3-point percentage defense. Give me Janelle Salam over 1.5 made threes.
Okay, I know you've got sides to get to as well. We've got playoffs coming up. Any teams that we should be avoiding because they don't need the game?
Lynx don't need the game. They're done. Chicago Sky, I actually were going to fade them today, but I'm like, be nice. Because the line's like 18. Can't touch it. If you do that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Sky play the Aces tonight. They're big underdogs. If you take them, go against them in the first half. But 18 is just, that's like wild numbers. We'll get to the Ace. We'll get to the Sky in a second because there were some interesting comments that came out of an anonymous GM this morning. I'm trying to think who else. The Mystics don't need the game, but it's weird because the teams that don't need the game are teams that may not make the playoffs, but it's weird. Chicago's first-round pick goes to – no, Connecticut's first-round pick goes to Chicago. Chicago's first-round pick goes to Minnesota. And I think there's one more. I think LA's pick goes to Seattle. So all these teams have nothing to play for, have something to play for, which is their slots in the WNBA lottery.
Sean Michael wants to know your thoughts on Angel Reese throwing her team under the bus.
Okay, so Sean, I'm happy you asked that because there are 2 thoughts in my head. Number 1, Angel Reese should not have done it publicly. But at the end of the day, the Chicago Sky could be the worst fucking run franchise in all of team sports. Let me tell you why. Do you remember in 2019, Shawn Michael, when they won the WNBA championship? When they had Vandersloot, when they had Allie Quigley, when they had Williams, when they had, I don't know, Kalia Copper, and they fumbled it all away. But then here's the best part about what they did. They had James Wade make trades and then dip midway through the season. Then they got Teresa Weatherspoon as a coach, which I was like, okay, Teaspoon deserves a shot, WNBA legend. That team was playing really well. And then they proceed to trade Marina Mabrey, right? Which means they have no point guard. That's why if they win the WNBA lottery, look for them to take Olivia Miles out of TCU. And then they suck. They fucking suck. I'm a Knick fan. I'm a Met fan. I'm a Jet fan. I know what sucking is as a professional franchise. The Sky, they take the damn cake. I think she's getting out of there. I think Angel Reese is going to cause so much commotion. She's going to want to get out of there.
I don't blame her when you're being constantly compared to Caitlin Clark and you feel like that's your enemy and you feel like you can't win. Like her, it's always going to be, if she's on a terrible team, that she's not as good as anybody else in the league.
No, listen. Are there parts of Angel Reese's game that she's got to get better at, Ariel? Absolutely. Like, she's got to finish better. She's got to improve her jump shot. There's things she's got to improve upon. But this is a team that's got no perimeter shooting, a 6'8" big and a 6'3" big that basically take each other's space up. They're poorly coached. They're a fucking shit show. I mean, there's no way around it. It'll be interesting what happens in the WNBA this season, because I look at New York as a team that I don't trust right now. You wonder if there's stuff going on with that team because they can't get their shit together. And then there's always the Caitlin Clark effect. She is so crazily popular, and she's in Indiana. I'm not saying this will ever happen. Could you imagine Caitlin Clark if she played in LA, media market? Could you imagine if Caitlin Clark if she played with the Liberty, media market? I'm not saying Indiana will trade him because it'll be crazy too, but I have a feeling that the WNBA operates a little bit differently, and if they want to route players to teams, they'll route players to teams.
Who's the worst franchise, the Browns or the Sky?
Oh, fuck. Shit. I mean, they did give Deshaun Watson like $275 million guaranteed. And that motherfucker gets hurt more than Sam Bowie. Look up Sam Bowie. He got hurt all the time in the NBA. I'm going to say the Browns, because the Browns have been around like forever. And, anybody remembers, the drive by, John Elway. Then there was the fumble by Ernest Biner the year after. I mean, yes, the Browns do try, but they fucking try really bad, Shawn Michael. It's pretty terrible. You got to get that.
Okay, we've got some teams that Coach does think are going to try tonight. Liberty team total over 78.5. Why?
First things first. This is Coach trying to do it Texas to Ariel while he's working out. The number is 86.5.
Oh, Jesus.
Still taking. That's all.
You were very wrong. That was a very wrong text message.
I'm sorry. 86.5.
Numbers dyslexic.
89 last game. Under 4 the last 5 games. I think it's important for the Liberty to play well going into the playoffs. I think they're going to score, and they're going to score a ton. Give me over 86.5 points. Number 2, Fever money line. They are home dogs by, I think, 2.5 versus the Lynx. What do the Lynx have to play for tonight? Nothing. If you're showing Reeve, you get them in, get them out. You look at the WNBA standings, I do believe that the Fever are in 7th. They still need to win, because if they lose, they could find their way out of the playoffs if teams win out. So I'm going to go with the Indiana Fever on the money line because they need the game more than the Lynx. Number 3, Valkyries plus 6.5. This is another interesting game. Valkyries, if I didn't have this right, I think it's Valkyries are in 6th, Indiana's in 7th, Seattle 8th, and the Sparks 9th. That's the order. So this game means something for both teams. Not only is the fact that you're looking at the fact of the Valkyries trying to hold 6th place, But I think teams want to stay away from that side of the bracket. What the one side of the bracket could honestly have, folks, Minnesota, New York, and Vegas all on the one side of the bracket. You don't want to be near there. So the Valkyries are going to compete. I don't think they win the game because they're already in the playoffs, but they want to hold their seed. Give me the Valkyries plus 6.5 points tonight.
So the chat wants to know, because the Aces are going for 15 straight, how would you back the Aces, who are laying that hefty 17 number against the Sky? How could people go and bet the Aces tonight if they want to be on the side of 15 straight?
Well, I would just bet them first quarter or first half. My concern, Ariel, is the backdoor cover. Like, that's my concern. They're going to win the game because they have to win the game. Remember, folks, seeds 2, 3, 4, Atlanta, Phoenix, and Vegas, if I'm not mistaken, Ariel, all have the same record. Okay? The other thing about that is the 5 seed is going to be New York. I know New York has not played well, but if they get their shit together, which they could absolutely run through the whole thing and get back to the finals and still beat Minnesota in that 1-4, 1-5 matchup. So you don't want to play with this, Becky Hammond. You want to get the win. I'm worried about the backdoor cover. First quarter, first half, how I play it.
Yes, Augie. He said that he likes the Fever to win on the money line tonight, according to his graphic.
Yeah, I would go Fever money line. I honestly, that should be and will be my best bet of the night. So you can book that. Fever on the money line. They need to win the game. I mean, if you look at it, they can find their way.
It's plus 110. That seems so fishy.
Well, it's because the line is moving because everybody knows the Fever need the game. I think the Fever were 2.5 point underdogs earlier in the day, but the line has been moving throughout the day because the money's coming on the team that actually needs the game. That's why I would go with the Fever on the money line tonight.
Coach James Young, you made it work today. You came on the show.
Shawn Michael, time out. Yes, you said minus 10.5 first half, and even money for the Aces. Book it. Book it. By the way, you know what? Fuck this. One last thing with the Chicago Sky while I'm at it. This team is so poorly run. They suspended Angel Reese for the first half of the game and then announced at halftime she wasn't playing. I mean, who does that? Like that, that is the stuff of legend, what they pulled with that one.
Augie also wants to know, Atlanta Dream, do you think win the title 12-1?
That's a tough one. I see the value. If you ask me for more of a value, I would go with Phoenix. But the interesting one is still going to be, I want to see when the seeds come out, where they are. Because if the Liberty are more than like 5-1, I may take them to win the title. Because I got a funny feeling if Ionescu comes back and they're whole, I think they're going to be a major, major problem.
It's crazy how many injuries are in the W this year. But Coach James Young, he is always here and ready to go, even if he's a little late. Okay.
Hey, listen, I may be late, but ain't no fucking Kawhi Leonard here. I always show up. No rest management. I'll see you on my birthday.